Hey, we're here again with Chantel, and we're going to be talking about being confident in your talents and taking the time to build up that confidence and build up your talents so that you have confidence in them. And we've got this great little plate here of stones. Yeah. Can you tell us about this and why we've...
Well, of course, we're going to be talking about David and how he had to build his confidence up to one day defeat Goliath.
Right.
And all the things he did before that happened is the most powerful thing, I think, in everyone's life. So we're going to examine that in this course. Of course, these are those stones, and we'll talk a little bit about that later, how powerful these stones are.
So tell us about David. What did he do? How did he defeat the giant Goliath?
Well, let's back up.
Okay.
Probably, we don't even know, maybe 10 years, he was in the field just as a shepherd boy,
right,
tending the sheep and working on his talent, which was the slingshot.
Okay.
And over time, I mean, can you imagine how many times he had to practice killing animals, maybe small animals? He got up to the bear and the lion. I mean, amazing. He was able to kill them. So I don't think that happened overnight.
No, I think about what I tell my kids, over and over when they get upset that they can't do something within 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Everything takes practice. If you practice enough, you can be good at anything, really.
Right. And so I think this part of the story, we're going to get to the other part of killing Goliath, but this part of the story is so powerful because he stayed where he was. I'm sure when he saw his brothers go off into the military and do other things, he stayed there. And being a shepherd boy maybe didn't look so good. And we can look at that and talk about our lives. We may not like where we are right now in our life. We want to be further than we are. We want to get a promotion. We wish we could find a maid to marry. Or maybe we're well into our workload, and we want to do something else, and we feel stuck. Mm-hmm. But you got to just keep pushing through, because that's what David did. He kept worshiping the Lord, praising God, working on his talent, mm-hmm. killing the bear and the lion, taking care of the sheep, and over until he got excellent at it.
Right, he tells us he killed the bear and the lion. Like he tells us later, right? Or yes. He tells King Saul that. So we learn that he's definitely gotten in that practice.
And I love it because you've got to figure out, who do you want to be? What do you want to be known as? And you got to start working on it and building it up. It may not be perfect where you are, but be excellent where you are. If you clean the offices like I did when I was like in my early 20s, I would clean after work, clean an office, and I was happy to do it. I didn't want to do that forever, but I made sure I did an excellent job at cleaning our offices. And I got paid. And so David just kept getting better and better what he was doing. And so as the story moves forward, he goes and I think he gives lunch to his brothers or something along the way, the scripture talks about. And then he's wondering what is going on. Goliath is over there taunting everyone, and the Philistines on one side, Israelite armies on the other, and then there's King Saul. I can picture maybe he's in a tent or something.
Right.
And as David is trying to figure out what's going on, he has his stones with him in a little bag probably on the side, and he goes up to King Saul, and he finally gets there, obviously, and wants to tell him, look, I can kill Goliath for you.
So how did David convince King Saul to let him, this young man, go for all of them against this giant?
I love this part of the story because he must have had so much confidence in himself to approach a high-level leader like that. Right. And he told him, look, I've killed the bear and the lion. I can do this. I've been practicing for years and years for such a time as this.
Right. And didn't Saul want him to wear his armor and take his sword and go like a soldier?
Yes, and that was so much revelation. For me personally, that part changed my life, especially as I look at it in the working world. A lot of people try to put their identity on you, their leadership style on you. You're a different personality. And so he basically told, he put the armor on. He had respect, right, for him. He put it on, and he realized it was way too big, and he was definitely going to die. And so I love this part because he had enough confidence in who he was as a person. Mm-hmm. That he told Saul, I'm sure he did it with a tact. He said, with all due respect, I need to take this armor off, because I know what you want in the end, to kill Goliath, but I got to do it my way. And sometimes I think as leaders over people, we need to realize everybody's got a different personality. But if you cast the vision of what you want done, which they wanted Goliath killed, then you have to let your group do it their way. But we'll get to the same outcome.
So that makes me think, I mean, in our ministries or business world, organizations, wherever we are, we really have to be aware of what our strengths are and have worked on those, and so that we can have the confidence, and then we can display the confidence, and it should work out.
Yes, yes. And to round this up, I think we come back to this. Look, you may not be in a place you want to be, and you're in the process of life. I call it that. It's just going through things, learning things. There's so many things I went through, hard times, leading people, understanding what I needed to do in my job, and I failed a lot. But those things, they stack on each other. Failures stack on top of each other. You get it right. Just keep moving forward. Just like David, he got his confidence, and it was a powerful thing to realize who he was.
And then he became the great king.
And he became the great king and was honored. And it all goes down to just let life take its course with you, but never stop. Keep moving forward. You're going to have those rough times, rough spots, but you're learning. I always tell my daughter, you're learning. She's in college. You're learning. Keep going, keep going. And one day it'll be your time.